Hi guys, so today's reading is going to be in honor of the full moon. So by the time you watch this, the full moon will probably have been yesterday or a few days before, depending on when you watch. But I am actually doing the reading and recording on the night of. Okay, so it's April 7th. And yeah, this full moon is super huge. Its energies are going to be very powerful. It's very intense. And that's why I feel like I was guided to do a reading to see how these energies are going to be affecting divine counterparts in relation to union and in relation to just relationships, really. So, yeah, one more thing. I do have an ongoing little special offer. If you get a basic or an extended reading with me by Sunday, April 12th at midnight, Standard Eastern Time, you will get a free mini follow-up reading 2 to 4 weeks later. All right, so yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to get some oracle cards to get us started, and then we're going to get into the tarot and look at how the masculines and the feminines are each being affected by the full moon. All right, this full moon is in Libra during Aries season. So it's kind of like a balance, finding a balance between Libra energy and Aries energy. Let's see. Ooh, we have conclusion. So what does that mean? I mean, Libra is all about justice, decisions, balance, fairness, avoiding conflict as well. But then Aries is all about being bold, assertive, being autonomous. So it's actually a very interesting combination. Let's see, what else? How else is this full moon affecting divine counterparts? High Priestess of Earth. Okay, we have High Priestess of Earth, which is interesting because this is obviously Earth energy, whereas Libra and Aries are air and fire. Choices, playful, and fulfillment. Okay. So that's actually quite a bit. All right, so actually, let's see. I just need to put these in the way that it makes sense to me. All right, yeah, see, so this playful energy right here, this is all about avoiding conflict. Avoiding conflict, yes, but that doesn't mean that choices aren't being made, because we actually have the choices card right here. And I find this image very interesting, the way this man, he has his right wing is white, whereas his left wing is black. And there's a moon sitting right up there in the sky. Like, you know, just really symbolizing how, you know, being unsure of something, having doubts, having to figure something out, and having to make a decision. Having to choose between right and wrong, possibly. Even though even those concepts, you know, aren't very valid. What is wrong and what is right. But it's actually, you know, what is in alignment and what is not in alignment. Having to make that discernment and having to make those choices and having to conclude certain things that are not in alignment. And I love that conclusion was actually the very first card that came out. So I feel like that's going to be like an overall energy that is just really, really influencing people at the moment, having to conclude whatever is not in alignment, having to make a choice. And I feel like this choice is actually, this is why we have the High Priestess of Earth here, because this choice is actually going to be in the physical, like not just in our minds, not just in how we feel, not in our emotions, not in, you know, our passion about it, no, but actually in the physical, like having to make these choices reality. And what is it towards? It's towards fulfillment, right? Pushing us towards exactly what I said before. What is in alignment with us? What is it that truly fulfills us? And I feel like these choices that we are going to be presented with are what is it that truly gives us fulfillment. And I also love that the playful card came out, because it's like there's also going to be like a lighter energy attached to this. And I do feel that that's Libra kind of balancing out Aries, because Aries can get very fiery and very, you know, either emotional or not emotional exactly, like sad, but like angry, or obsessive, or very passionate to the point where they can't think as rationally. And I feel like this Libra's more playful energy might kind of balance that out. All right, let's see. Let's get more specific. Let's see for the masculines. Self-worth. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's so funny because this is exactly what I was thinking. This is exactly what I was thinking. That this is definitely going to mirroring pride and ego. Okay, so this is the masculines. How the masculines are being affected greatly right now. So yeah, it's like they're really being confronted with decisions concerning though, right? Decisions that are being rooted in their self-worth. So in other words, have they been making decisions based on a low sense of self-worth? And it's like they're really going to be confronted by situations where they need to see what am I worth? Is this relationship serving me? Or is it not? Am I deserving of this? Is this person deserving of me? Are we deserving of each other? How much am I worth? Do I deserve to have this fulfillment? And mirroring. This is them being pushed to see, even if it's not consciously, it'll be subconsciously at the very least, that what they are allowing themselves to experience really reflects their own sense of self-worth. And how they feel about themselves, this is going to be mirrored back to them. And a part of this is obviously ego. So for a lot of them, it could be pride as well. Like, you know, how does society see me? How do other people see me? How do friends and family see me? What is my external image to the world? That's pride, right? And a lot of them are, it's like this full moon is really going to work with these aspects. All right, even for the feminines, but I was asking mostly here for the masculines. And it's like they're going to see this association of their ego and their sense of self-worth. Alright, let's get a couple cards for the feminines. We have guide. We keep getting guide for the feminines. I find that very interesting. I feel like it's always coming up for the feminines. Signs. So let's get one more. Ooh, and abandoned and patience. Alright, abandoned and patience. So this actually goes along with what I had said in a recent reading. I mean, yeah, I do feel like a lot of the feminines are moving forward. They're on the right path and they are working on themselves, detaching, and so forth. But that definitely does not mean that they are not feeling pain. That definitely does not mean that they don't feel hurt and deceived by their masculines, right? They have felt abandoned, and this is something that is just like continuously healing. And for for a lot of feminines, this full moon is actually going to work with this sense of abandonment, okay? And with the sense of, with patience. And what does it really mean? What does it really mean to be patient? All right, let's get into the tarot and see what other messages want to come up. All right, so I'm going to be using this deck for the masculines and this deck here for the feminines. So let's see. So I'm not asking very specific questions at the moment because I just want to see what messages just want to come out. All right, first card out for the masculines, we have Chariot. So this is definitely a progression forward. By the way, I'm also not taking reversals because it really won't make a difference here. Justice, right? The Libra energy. All right, wow, you guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is amazing energy for the masculines. They are being pushed to actually progress, to move forward, to stop being stagnant, right? It's like what I said before about these conclusions and these choices actually being in the physical. The Six of Wands. Yeah, let me just call out the cards. So we have the Chariot, the Six of Wands, Justice, and the Eight of Wands. All right, so this is definitely movement, especially with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands, all right? So this is movement. It could be communication as well for those of you who are in no contact at the moment. And we have the Six of Wands and Justice. So I might actually clarify some of these just to get a little bit more information. But overall, it's just movement forward towards achievement, towards success when it comes to actually making a decision. And just forward movement. All right, let's see. Let's clarify. Why is the Chariot here? Let's get a little more specific. All right, sorry guys, that's a bit too many. So also, I mean, with this Chariot, I'm actually getting that it's like a new type of an energy in the sense of like, kind of like a new driver, you know, someone who is maybe a little bit inexperienced at taking control and at moving forward, but really wanting to succeed. Yeah. All right, we have the Lovers and the Hierophant. Are you kidding me? Okay, so this is definitely movement towards love or towards making a decision about a commitment. All right, so I'm just really getting here that this could also apply to a lot of you whose masculines are involved in karmic relationships, especially if they're married with this Hierophant here, or if they are in very committed relationships. All right, that they're having this push to actually want to move forward and to actually make a choice. Okay, and like I've said in the past, a lot of them, they've already made the choice in their minds, like they already know who they want. They're past that point. They've been past that point of not being sure as to who they want, right? For a long time, for most of them, okay? Not everybody is on the same timeline or time wave, but for a lot of them, they have already passed that point, but then they were just stuck in actually taking the steps to do it because of fear for different reasons. This full moon is really going to push them to want to make a decision and actually act on it with this Chariot. They're really going to be considering what it is that fulfills them and if they are worthy of not having this fulfillment. Or are they worthy of having this fulfillment? Choices. And basically what they want is, they do want the fulfillment. They do want to be successful. They do want to achieve what they want. They don't want to stay in something that they don't want. All right. And for those who might not have a karmic partner, you know, it's really them just really making a decision about commitment. So this could be also for those masculines who had a fear of commitment, right? And just want to be all over the place. They're really being forced again to see what is it that they deserve? What is it that fulfills them? This craziness, right? Just in and out and superficial kind of stuff? Or do they really want a commitment to fulfill them, right? A committed relationship, a serious one, and a spiritual one. And in all of these cases, right, and it could even be something else, it will be different for everybody. I'm just calling out some of the common themes. For all cases, they want to be victorious. All right, let's see justice. Again, I mean, this is about making a decision. This is about wanting to be fair. This is about wanting to make the right decision. Wanting to feel balanced. And we have the Hanged Man. So yeah, it's kind of like they're approaching, they're being pushed to approach this decision making from like a different perspective. I actually want to get one more here. I'm just getting that they're really taking a step back in the good way, in the positive way of the word. Yeah, Temperance. Like, are you guys noticing how many major arcanas we're getting here? The Chariot is a major arcana and it is clarified by 2 major arcana cards. Justice is a major arcana and it is being clarified by 2 major arcana cards. Like, seriously, wow. I mean, this is just confirmation for how strong and intense this full moon influence is going to be. This is crazy. So, yeah, it's like they're really taking a step back to really look at the situation and really weigh out their options. Like, again, they're really weighing out, on the one hand, what is my situation now? And then on the other hand, what is it that I could have? And really like weighing those out to kind of find that balance and to see what is it that weighs more. What is it that is the white wing and not the black wing? What is it that is in an alignment, right? Temperance. It's like they're seeing these virtues and these values in a whole different way, from a different perspective. And that's why they're taking a step back. And I do also feel like it's not just the full moon, that it's this full moon in combination with the pandemic that's going on. And social distancing, or, being isolated, or for some of them who are in karmic relationships, having to be with this karmic person Justice is also about balance. Temperance is also about balance. And temperance is also about, you know, being level, right? Not functioning at extremes. And I feel like that is also, you know, a Libra characteristic. So I do feel that they're going about this in like a calm type of a way, and this is why they're stepping back. So if you feel like you don't, like your masculine has pulled away, this is why. They are processing so many things right now. All right, and then we have the Eight of Wands, where it's just really a drive, and they're being really motivated for all of this. Let's see, let's clarify this Eight of Wands. And this is definitely, you know, like the fire energy, right? Pushing them forward. Like not only, oh, and as I said that, I just looked at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool, right? Acting on something, ready to take a leap of faith even if they're scared. Walking into the unknown, ready for something new, taking an initiative. And I was about to say something that just slipped my mind. Oh yeah, that not only are they weighing out their options, making choices, concluding things, making decisions, they're also being pushed to also act on them. Like to have this motivation to want to do something about it. Like just stop letting it just be in your heads already, you know? Stop letting it just be in your hearts. Like we need the physical. Like that's what's been missing. All right? And now they're getting that drive, that push. Now, will they actually act on it? Well, that really depends on you know, each individual person and each individual situation, because like I said, they're not all on the same timeline. But either way, regardless of where they're at on their journey, right now is going to be a big push forward regardless, okay? I do feel like those who are on the verge of separating with a karmic partner are very likely to do so. Those who are on the verge of communicating with you are very likely to do so. Okay, because that's how the universe is pushing them right now through this full moon. All right, so let's actually move on to the feminines. Let me just take a look at how long this is. All right, so let's see. Let's see. What is going on with the feminines? How are the feminines being affected? And we have, ooh, this is the Nine of Swords. See, there we go, that abandonment. Let's see. Obviously, these energies could overlap. Like some of these energies that we're getting for the masculines could definitely apply to feminines as well, and vice versa. Okay, so please do keep that in mind. All right, because it's kind of like, hold on, let me just get a couple more and it's, all right, let me just finish this. It's kind of like, this is applying to the masculine energies, right? But because feminines also do have masculine energy, the masculine energy part of you is going to be affected in this way, okay? And then the same is true vice versa. For the feminine's energy, the masculines will also be affected in their feminine energy, all right, from this side over here. It's just that usually, you know, you as a feminine energy will most likely resonate more with this. Okay, let's see. These cards, I haven't used them much, so please be patient with me while I try to get the messages that want to come. There we go. We have the Ten of Wands, and we also have the Hierophant. let's get one more. So I'm definitely seeing, you know, I can see the difference in how the feminine and masculine energies are being affected. And the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, see, again, abandonment. So for the feminines, but we do have, we do have the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck, okay? So it is manageable. You will be able to get through this. You can push through and you will be just fine, okay? But yeah, I feel like while the masculines are being pushed to really make these discernments about themselves, about their self-worth, as well as what they deserve and what they want in their lives, and to actually go after it to be successful, the feminines are really processing these feelings of abandonment and rejection. And like I said, this has come up recently in a reading that I did. So I do feel like the feminines are still processing these feelings. And the full moon is just going to really help to purge these out and to heal this. Okay? Because there is a lot of stress here. There's a lot of stress. I feel like, and if you don't feel really stressed, it's like anxiety and like restlessness. And because we also have the patience card here, I feel like even though, you know, the feminines might go through a phase where they are really patient, they can go back to feeling like, all right, well, haven't I been patient all this time? So like, what is going on? And I feel like that is coming up again, and this full moon is bringing this up so that it can be healed at a deeper level. Yeah, so actually, I think that was the message here. I don't need to clarify that. Do know that you are being guided, okay? We do have the guide card here as well as signs. You are being guided and you are getting signs, okay? And we keep getting this too for the feminines. So just be open and receptive to the signs that the universe is giving you. Whether that be songs that you hear on the radio, songs that just pop into your head, whether it be something that you see, a specific animal that is very symbolic to you, a specific number, anything, even a color. It could be anything that's a sign for you. All right, let's clarify the Hierophant here. So where's the Hierophant here? We have the Queen of Cups. So yeah, see again, like I'm just getting a lot of emotions, and I do feel like this is related to feeling abandoned, right, by your masculine, or even by somebody in the past, and that this is just coming up again to be healed through the masculine. And it is, you know, the fact that you don't have this 100% commitment from the masculine, okay? That's why the Hierophant is here. But at the same time, I'm getting that this full moon is going to help you to process these emotions. Feeling the stress of not having this commitment. Feeling this anxiety of having been abandoned by the masculine or possibly from somebody from your past. And being able to balance yourself emotionally, become more intuitive. And actually, I love that it's the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups together, because this is really like spiritual energy and a deep knowing, a deep understanding. So I'm actually getting that it's like gaining knowledge as it applies to your emotions of feeling abandoned, gaining knowledge and intuition on why you are feeling this way. And I feel like the full moon is just really influencing you to balance that out in a way where it's going to be, you know, like, I'm just getting in a very assertive type of a way. I'm also seeing a lot of assertion here from assertiveness from the masculines, right? And that is the Aries, right? It's the Aries energy here. Yeah, see? So the Ten of Wands. And I find it interesting that in this deck, the key word that it says is hoarding. And what really came to me is you've been hoarding these emotions. You've been hoarding the abandonment feeling. And I'm sorry I'm laughing. It just came to me in a funny way. It's not funny though. I mean, I'm not laughing at anybody's hoarding these feelings, of course. But that's just what it is. It's a hoarding of these emotions that need to be let go so that you can be balanced and make your own decisions and make decisions not based on abandonment. All right, guys, a card fell. And look at that. We have the King of Cups. Exactly. See, emotions. Deep, deep emotions. All right, you guys, you got to go deep. You got to go deep and find the root of this abandonment issue and just, you know, like bring it up, heal it, and let it go. Like, I mean, this can't get any clearer. I can see why I was guided to do this reading now. All right, and then again, Five of Pentacles. This is the card where you often hear us say being left out in the cold, abandoned. Not that we really need to clarify, but let's just see if anything wants to come out. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles and the Magician. All right, so this is Spirit saying you have what it takes. You have what it takes, number one, to heal this, and number two, to have this Ten of Pentacles. And I'm just really getting, see, again, it's interesting that it's in the physical, right? That you can actually do this. Don't just think about healing your abandonment issues. Don't just think about it and think about, oh, okay, this is, no, like actually do it, like take steps. And if you don't know how, you really can look it up. There are so many guided meditations for this, and I do think that a lot of them actually are very helpful. All right, so that would be one way of doing it, which I just think it's like the easiest way to start off, because you can do it right from home and by yourself, whenever you want to, without having to book an appointment with, like, you know, a therapist or someone else. It's free as well. So that's just my suggestion. But yeah, like you are not emotionally poor. You are not lacking in anything. It's all within you. Like, you have the power to have this, and you will have this Ten of Pentacles. You will have this commitment, is what I'm getting here, because this is a long-term, solid, physical commitment, right? That embodies like everything. You can even see in the image, you know, there's a family, they have dogs. You know, it's just abundance in every aspect. You can have this, okay? It's just kind of like these feelings of abandonment are a block to this taking place, because don't forget, there is mirroring, okay, between the feminine and the masculine. So what you do will affect them, and what they do will affect you. And we even have the mirroring card out over here. Okay, and then the other thing to, you know, really focus on would be patience. Okay, I'm not going to get into the details of patience in this video, because I think I could talk like an hour on this topic. But yeah, so however that resonates with you. All right, so I think those were the messages that wanted to come through. Yeah, we're just gonna get a couple of cards for any final messages or guidance, okay, from Spirit concerning this full moon. And by the way, because I didn't mention, I just kept talking about how this is something you could be working on. The full moon is going to help you do this, and it's actually a good time to work on these things, because you will be able to find this balance within you. And at the moment, because it's in Aries season, you will have that sense of, I can do this. All right. You will have that sense of motivation and initiation that Aries has in order to bring this balance and do it in a way that's not going to feel overwhelming or conflicting to you, because that would be the Libra's energy taking place. All right, so let's see. Any final messages? We have co-create. So yeah, this is kind of like what I just said, that you can co-create during this time period with the universe, with the energy of the full moon, to accomplish this. Or you know what, if this didn't resonate with you, like if you don't feel like you're feeling in this way, or that you have anything left over to heal concerning abandonment or patience. And when I say abandonment, it could also be, you know, like rejection. You just apply it in any way that feels right for you, okay? It's still a time where you can co-create with the universe and with this energy to pretty much accomplish whatever you want in a very balanced way. Let's see, what else? Okay, we got two. So we have yin and treasure island. Be receptive to your treasure, okay? So this is like, with this yin energy, this is the feminine energy. You are getting the signs, right? You are getting the signs. Be receptive to them. You are getting guidance. Be receptive to that. Be open to explore and see if maybe you have some abandonment issues that you're not even aware of that might need healing, okay? Or anything to do with patience. And if you're a masculine watching this, be receptive and be open to exploring your sense of self-worth. I do feel like this also applies to the feminines, by the way, especially these cards up here. I feel like they're kind of like for both. Just a little bit more for the masculine on the left and feminine on the right. And treasure island, okay, you are being pushed towards this. You can have this, right? Which is like the 10 of Pentacles. You can have complete abundance. And this is, and what it's saying here is that this is a good time to take the steps to co-create, to initiate for this. It's a very powerful time right now. All right, you guys, those were the messages. Please give me a like if you like this. Feel free to leave a comment, and I will talk to you guys soon. Much love to you. Bye.